Hey, you guys, we just got back from vacation, which kind of got us thinking, man, what does it look like to buy a vacation home?
Yeah, we had such a great time. And of course, we brought our kids and our dog with us, thanks to one of our favorite apps, BringFido, which was super handy on our trip.
We're going to jump into that in a little bit. But first, kind of thoughts about buying a second home. So why do people go and buy a vacation home in the first place? A lot of people want to be able to escape from the daily grind, whether it's a beach, lake house, mountain, somewhere in the mountains, camping, anywhere that happens to look like that, build family memories on a consistent spot, month over month, depending on how often you want to go and travel. Could be a long-term investment for you that could appreciate in value and also include a little bit of rental income that'll take care of the mortgage when you don't use it, like an Airbnb or a VRBO.
Right. So for us, summertime is easy because the kids are out of school. So we could go as much as we wanted during the summer, but then rent it out when the kids are in school and make a profit that helps pay for itself.
Absolutely. And if you get the investment that goes and runs, it basically covers itself. Every now and then you got a handful of things that you go and invest in it, just depending on what you're looking for. So There's a handful of things to consider. So what do you end up looking?
Yeah. So when it comes to the financing standpoint, can you qualify for an additional mortgage? Are you going to pay cash for it? Is it truly a second home? Is it going to be an investment property? The driving distance, are you going to have to fly? Can you easily drive and access the property? So you want to look at second home versus investment property. Second homes, you can put as little as 10% down. Investment properties, a lower down payment is possible, but you typically get a better overall financial situation, better rate if you put at least 20% down on investment properties.
And other things to consider too, like Tracy mentioned, distance from home over there will kind of dictate how often you go and visit, and also kind of dictates how much rent you're going to be repurposing, so to speak, because whenever you're occupying it, obviously it's not bringing in income. So you'll run the management from that perspective.
Right.
You'll look at maintenance and management expenses while you're away, getting a property manager to take care of all the cleaning and the grass and all that other fun stuff that happens. Because obviously if you're an hour or several hours away, that stuff's really hard to be able to go and make and take care of. So
right.
Why don't you give us some financing tips,
Yeah,
Tracy?
so some other things to keep in mind, debt to income ratio. Like I said before, do you qualify supporting another mortgage? Do you have the down payment, the closing costs, the reserves required to own a second property? Sometimes with some files, you may need reserves, which is basically rainy day fund, emergency fund left over that can cover the full monthly payment for all the properties that you own. Is your credit strong enough to support another home? And if it's not a primary residence, if it's a second home or an investment property, just be prepared that rates are higher because that's a more risky product for investors.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I'm assuming that's because those are more likely to default than a primary.
Yeah, if you were to, fall on financial hard times, you'd be more likely to keep your primary residence where you live than you would a second home or vacation home or investment property.
Gotcha. Yeah. So folks, if you guys are looking, doesn't matter where you're looking, anywhere in the country, I've got access to agents everywhere from coast to coast, from California to Florida, from Maine all the way to Washington, and anywhere and everywhere in between that know the area, that specialize in those. And if I don't know someone in that spot, I definitely know someone that can find them. So having an agent that knows that area, knows that market is absolutely critical. We don't necessarily go and look at the first for sale sign that you happen to see if that's something that you're interested. Make sure you check with me, and I can make sure you're put in touch with somebody that knows the area.
Right. And same with me. We're licensed coast to coast, not in every single state, but in a majority of states I can do business in. I can originate loans. And if it's a state where I can't, chances are I know a loan officer who can. So let us know how we can help you. Bonus tip, circling back to that BringFido app, what's great about that for us is it helped us find pet-friendly hotels, restaurants, activities, attractions. And it also helped us narrow down where should we go eat whenever there was a plethora of places to go. But they have a rating system on there that's really great. And all the restaurants that we found on there that allowed pets were really good.
Oh,
actually.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, every single one of them. particularly the ones that had outdoor dining, we found that a lot of that helped out.
Yeah.
The hotel that we stayed to break up our drive back from North Carolina was really helpful too.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of money that we saved from not having to board the puppy
And pay pet deposits
and pet
because we didn't have to
deposits
pay
and
a
all
pet
of that.
deposit at that hotel, which was cool.
It was quite nice.
Yeah.
So that ended up helping out. And, you know, they actually walked through a lot of that stuff too. So BringFido app, we'll actually put that in the first comment in the bottom of this video once this thing is set up. So if you got questions on any of those homes, shoot us a DM. You can call Tracy at
337-257-9146.
We'll see you guys next week.